Anochaba SIM wakwaba bi wonim say election headquarters and has say enunti na NDC wo mo 10th National Delegate Congress no yaje adwa yede esom wona ye say ko ye sports stadium ho na man hene kwabna sante yatena say ne mpanimfo bi etwetwe nkomonti kan ye ho kwapem se dwumadie ne nyina ebewie na sabre de man hene esomamai Yeah, boy, who they say Rebecca can never see any na or my hene kwabna asante yetimi akon ho na afi de wo ho no wo de ato aso my hene so mame.
No dear chance, yeah. And we've given you the assurance that the only efficient and reliable network in terms of coverage for the National Democratic Congress is your election headquarters, the Multimedia Group. We are live on all our affiliates, Love FM, Insure FM, Adom FM, Joy FM, Sempa FM, and Adom TV. Your friend man Hene Kwabna Santi. To us, I compare say one back in money in every no one abobo. No one that's me one bay one candy for. It tells you that it's a packed day. Bibiaba kama. In fact, you do what I'm saying. Interesting. Obia poised for the occasion, and the Yehunu Sabri Sane Twaswa Kodia. What it tells me, enemy team is the National Democratic Congress this time round more than ready, more than prepared, more than energetic. Say when it be you wanna candy for your stadium, Accra Sports Stadium. This is one unique election, simply because one of the most relevant personalities in terms of a contest and we have the C for C and we have the G for C. Equally important positions are being invited for, but of particular interest is these two slogans, C for C and G for C, talking about the incumbent era of Usuampofu and the general in Ghana politics, Johnson Esedu Nketia. Well, Menka Sanchez, yeka say the lawyer Chimbere Matnase, Yama Mizita, wa unim ni Ghana, manyo se muna osuno, owa no wayera, owa no the other first social media, no action wakote, owa no asaba no abaki kebisa no ko. This time round, the party wa owa obo se nanya briye, and the most wako almost all the networks na o preach say this is the time for the NDC to come together to ensure that Ombedin Kunim 2024. I so sweet said about what is going into the winning 2024.
Thank you.
Oh wow. Where you Ghana for Ghana, not the NDC in various capacities. We appreciate and we are grateful.
Thank you.
But we have space now. What you are doing here today. We have the political space. Now, who are the Vim say about 2024?
Oh, definitely. About 2024. Ghana for a break. Ghana for a break. I mean, it's not easy. It's ready phone to me and Kofania Mamba. Buying power and purchasing power to buy.
Yeah.
Dokuna na 1 cedi, say 5 cedis. Who need 10 cedis? I won't mean the Dokuna and Tenam. What did I can say?
Yeah.
Aha, inti Obia bread, and MPP, and NDC for one ebro. MPP for no crab bread, bread. And some of them MPP for no, they are bold enough to say, Shaya my name or Engoye. Because at the end of the day, no, who call a gas station, fuel station now called petrol. Yeah, can't tell say, Faukati card, Brana, Yamau petrol. Petrol, 100 cedis per gallon. Be a ton 100. And then I better, wow, to my NDC, MPP, who better, wow, one to my MPP, who better. It's a very, the space politically is good for NDC.
So at this point, the decisions that we take, and then determinant for 2024 about Toronto.
Exactly. Whatever decision you take, it's going to either be a win or lose for us in 2024.
Okay, so to you, what kind of leadership and our expertise are lead the NDC 2024?
I'm looking for leaders who are fearless, leaders who are loyal, leaders who are trustworthy, leaders who are not armchair leaders who will take their position and not show up, but will only walk around and say, I'm organizer, I'm this, I'm that. No. I'm leaders who are going to be hands-on with a job that they are, because we didn't beg them to come. They have put themselves out for us to elect them. And see, once you put yourself out, we expect something from you. And see, I expect, say, if we are now going into 2023, they will hit the ground running. They would organize themselves, put in place working committees that would ensure, say, 2023, 2024, we are ready for the election.
But with what you are seeing here, would you say organization so far are the best for the NDC?
Oh, the ask for today's organization is good. In the sense, if you are not even accredited, you will not be allowed to come in. If you are not accredited, you will not be allowed to come in. And sir, when you are dealing with huge crowds of number now, sometimes it's hard because people don't want to listen. People want to say, oh, minimum we were inside, I want to break the rules and all that. But rules have been set, and everybody is following the rules right now. And I think it's good.
Probably for the first time, this is one national executive election. Interest now could do a certain level. Reason being, we have one of two revered personalities standing. There are equally other important offices. They said the office of the chief executive, but I know the amount for the national organizer. And yes, interesting, but the interest has been the chairmanship. G for C, C for C. I don't know whether you've taken a bold decision to tell your delegates and your friends and sympathizers, say, this is where we have to head towards as a party.
I haven't done that. Reason being that I think that sometimes, you should let the delegates decide for themselves what you think is good. I know what I'm looking for in a leader, and I'm going to vote for the qualities that I'm looking for in that leader. And I believe that most delegates also know what they are looking for. I've told you the qualities I'm looking for, and I think that most people are also looking for that. One thing I'll say to the delegates is that do not follow personal interests. Do not say, Ebia, ye madamfo, and see, metwa e. Think about the 6 million people who are going to vote for NDC, who are looking up to those few people that we are coming to elect today to lead us into 2024. So don't go and say chronism. Oh, wait a minute, you're fine. Maybe a Jumano on to me yet. Maybe a Jumano on to me yet. Look for people who can do their job. Let's vote for people who can do their job. People who say past executives, we have a few new ones too. I believe that some of the past ones must go, and we must retain some of the past ones as well, because they come with a certain experience that we need. But those past ones who did not perform, you're losing election. We don't even hear from them. They are sleeping. They don't organize a party base in any way. They don't know what is going on in the grassroots. Those people must go. Okay. And we must bring people who are willing to organize the grassroots. You don't organize the grassroots from your home. You don't organize the grassroots from press conferences. No. You organize the grassroots at the branch level. So we must elect people who are willing to go to the branch level to go and work with the branches. Your
Excellency, then clearly you are pointing out to, if you pick the national organizer position, for instance, what you are suggesting is that aftermath of your election, the performance of your national organizer.
There are two of them there. The national and the deputy are there. There are two of them there. The national organizer is there. The deputy is also there. That's what I'm talking about. So it's not only him. There are two of them there. And the organization is very, very important. The chairman is important, yes, but organization also.
Very key.
Yes, it's also very key. Without organizing the grassroots, without making sure that we have active branches that are working, that doesn't lie on the chairman. Making sure that the branches are working and having their meetings,
the national organizer,
and recruiting new people lies on the organizer. So we need a good organizer to do that job for us.
So this current organizer is not there.
The two of them are in there. I haven't mentioned names, but the deputy and the national are all there. The boss is there. So some must be retained, some must go.
Lawyer, Her Excellency Nakasano, Ono Susu baby, I'm not doing here.
Ono a delegate, delegate.
but also input bet me aboa.
Oh yes.
I'm a normal baby assistant. But so far we are okay with whatever is happening.
Yes, I mean, maybe do munche, but I think so far the man there is not bad. The meeting we are, I wanted to know where the regions are sitting, but I never meant here before I came in here.
Okay.
But I'm hoping, sir, me and I know they have demarcated it to be a better than
Okay. But this particular election, why is it so dear to the NDC?
Because we are taking power in 2024 until we can't live in a
fact.
Oh yes, I mean that is a fact. You know it.
Is it that easy?
Send them to the and Nibble Hunsan. Once a while, I say, Hun is as a Nibble umpire. Who can say Nibble umpire? I know any brand new. There's a different once a time Bruce went to 1 year ago. What Bruce went to man when you call. So I am many Benham free assessors here. Can't be much. If you are sure, say, we be elected the right people to get you power. The delegates know that. One more minimum binimua, one more constituency, not adding clamor much of the 1 person. One more now, Barbatomo. They have told them. Can you bring? Hey, on my I'm telling you, Monsieur Anapaya, constituency I say, one folk I know Anna on crop on 2 months, or the more common crazy and amusing. What about you? Pointing to the Nipo Muyo one. They gave you the power. Oh, you don't know that? They made you the delegate. I know what's going crazy, man.
So they know who they are voting for. And they have sent them to come and do that. In terms of the chairmanship? Everything. The national organizer? Everything. The general secretary? Because they want power. So the choice today is based on power. Simplicity. Nothing more, nothing less. Not because of chronism. Oh, I know they are saying friendship. I know you are going to the Bemaguno. Nantia is over Benua. Chronism, I had Makuba the Bemaguno. You know, that be our near British and power, which I never any chronism and I was. It's party to pay for loyalty. Nana. It's not just about loyalty. Said Madame Kayano. The commitments obi obe bodjuma ma no honorable so oni Ghana kra no baby obi a do say we dey mini wo better be koso eno mo hwe asie ba no ye hu G for C, C for C, G for C, C for C go do baby asie mpe obi a na dan for no MP for he was mpe obi so ono so okasa by heart na adena bibi or other elections or but G for C ni C for C kwa adan set me nyan say a chairman until obi ade na C ni wato na za ade be na chairman from there now what choice o say what choice me nyanyi bi so me for adan o say adan say me to be ni da matu bi da bi an ba now but what also the party no e say say mo papa 2024 why in the bitch my the right candidate for the party na ka kira wono a G for C ni C for C omu dia yankofo na kama a wote no an me ka gu wasum no am sa it's a man kawa. What's it? Baby Cow say, Excellency, Baby Zita. They say, Dina Sisa, a Jewish Hana, a Zita Benson. Aha, Anna Otihe. Bakacho, not just the NDC, was some Ghana in a revered capacity. On your Bia Ghana to Tuna Sekra, Sana lawyer Chum, very much so, this is your election headquarters. If you're my hand come Nasante, my man can say, already Ekika Konedia. Maybe one now from delegates on the Trabano. They will be settling after bed 2 o'clock. Now, if we be 4 econo, the process is started. But you know, whatever it is, your election headquarters, catch Russia, or what's the piano, you didn't come out, except for that, and baby at a session, you know, Nina, and check. I'll cross over to Minyaba, Abna Pokia, or Wakoshi paying for me no more in Como, Wakofa Mood, Nibin Show, or Montenso, Edia. But we have to enjoy the conversation because it's getting better. The NDC's intent for this particular Congress is we need to elect people who are getting us power 2024. Question is it that easy to get? Okay, TV, this is here, arrival of Era Dufour, so one of the probables to lead in terms of Flagbearership was declared that in intent. But who would ya? Anna Mikama for 99.5% of Nipa to obey Flagbearership. No dear, almost 99. Only in our journey, Echo Ben Cross where the answer John. But few delegates, you can expect something different can happen when it gets to the Flagbearership contest. Yeah, can say there a potential flag bearer for the party. Era do for so wabe rem to see no okase but you meka na say you ma misita meka I do for the I'm 99 George.
Sir, I'm saying.
Oh, see, I make a divorce. Why, NDC on phone. But I make 99.
You see, before Assemblies of God.
Yes.
Mahama, Assemblies of God.
Yes.
What we know the Bible.
Yes.
Shronumune, when we say, send anybody in the word, and anybody in our towns word, me, Chumbarima. I bet me one pass about 2 NDC presidential election. I mean, you have a presidential election. Baby, no. Yeah, President Mama, 100%. He can't get 100%. In fact, he shouldn't even get 100%. And that is a bit more but as you know, the majority.
Mr. Excellence, no head or Mr. Before 90. No, so let's come back to the AD. So far, over 9,000 delegates, correct? And no Mobato.
Yeah.
Ubia bad. To the best of my knowledge, Muni countries orders be restraining. And I didn't junction be to Muni be
Yatitibi, but we are here to see. I mean, Yatitibi on the not restraining them to vote, but I think I've heard of the swearing
injunction.
Because I've been swearing my lawyers are concerned about, but I can't speak to it.
So there's a probability that there's going to be an injunction on certain constituencies or what?
No, not to that extent.
There's not, the injunction is not on the election.
On the election,
it's on certain persons.
Certain persons.
Oh, okay. Not eligible to vote.
Not that they are not eligible, but I don't know because injunction, so I don't dispute it because I'm here to read it. But the matter is, I think for instance of Ariado, they don't want him to be sworn in or something.
Yes, that's how I interviewed Buja yesterday.
Exactly. So that's how the matter. But say any question, you I'm sure sending them to me. I mean, we can speak to it. But without that, election there,
well, but proud to Enea Yabishi, Nyoma Bebre Akoso. Excellence. Nyoma Bebre in terms of Mokasa, Musia Kayamo, Mopetumino, and some Bebre Akoso, Binum Suse, Moamoho, in 70 Boha, Makwa Manatra. With your experience in Ghana's politics and in the NDC, would you say, Sakasa Bebre,
we are a family and we disagree. We disagree to agree.
So let me try to. The former president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a potential flag bearer for the NDC 2024 elections, where see, say, Onenamha, na Oba, na Wabedu, we was a Julius Debranson, Anna, the former running mate, so Mama Jane, and so, and then I'm on him. Just say, one of Gusua, Awano, Bibia Echo, Kama, we Abaseri, that is an Enchebiano. One of the show Multimedia and sir, Yembra back na Emedian Como Hansi. Yembra back, Emedian Como Hansi. Makacho say John Dramani Mahama, Ghana's former president. Now it is almost clear. After a few minutes, he will be declared a flag bearer, and then by a few minutes, he will be declared a flag bearer of the NDC. Now, to say, Yembra back to. You just like I was saying, the business is be now.
And the American say it was we disagree to agree. Yeah. This is not the first time. Party Echo Congress. I'm for. I disagree on who they belong or where they belong. Usha MPP cry before 2016. Yeah. Or no more opposition. No. Now you to use a party now. Party Pansam. Now, it even got to the extent said they are not the regional chairman. Minkai or Muyao, or the acid gunu woman. They went through all that. They had to sack Sami Crab. They sacked a few people from the party. I mean, we are also at that stage, but it doesn't mean the victory is not going to happen. We will put our differences aside after today's election. We are going to rally together as one family, and then after today, we move forward. After today, it is not NDC against NDC. After today, it is NDC against MPP. And that is what I want my people to remember.
Okay. So, on that note, Uti Excellence was saying, we are, and you have to NDC demo. NDC MPP in the echo. Can we easily forget it like that as party people?
Okay. I mean, I saw my motto, then is a what the word. Was it way ever?
What does it? This one to share part.
Every way I try and then now, I said, you are listening. Which among the officers chairmanship Airport General Secretary, Airport Organizer, and as a Wulusi now, all of us are part of the ministry. Why? None of them can honor. Because we all want one thing, victory 2024. So nobody can sabotage it. Nobody can sabotage it. I'm telling you. Obey to sabotage. Who lose you, I will lose you. I part of one that's all one.
Afterwards, we usually say party play role. Now, we make a such a baby on campaign and trash here now.
And Adom and Gobesa, oh yeah, Nano ya, operate any Same, now as I'm to me, must be a bamu. And you offer a from a trans, and no Macasai. At what you will. Oh no, because we have received him, Asa, and Penisa Fiat and Yabofo. It will not be Asa. And indeed, the same thing is going to happen right after, at most by Wednesday, Thursday. In Presidency, you will see the leader calling them together and urging them to fight for a good cause. Simple.
Your Excellency, here wrap up, maybe all catch your delegates, no sympathizers, no, the other catch your movie.
Delegates, no, to say they make a beginning, no, they should vote for people who are willing to work for us to win 2024. And after this election, after today, I expect all of them to come together, forgive each other, find a way to reconcile. There will be Katiao, because don't forget, even though we belong to different camps, no, when we see each other, we still talk to each other. They should stop the infighting and focus on MPP as an opponent. Our opponent is not NDC. Today, they should vote for people who are willing to work, who are willing to stand up to the bullying tactics of MPP. In the last election, no, Nipa 8 in Kwane Wuye, Nipa 8 ne Wuye. We need people who will be able to stand up to this government, because for them, no, is it that all that be dying? But for us, we also need to make sure, we stand up to the bullying of this government.
Her Excellency Zita Benson.
Thank you.
And what is saying in the Dinkomo, Kama away. Majelis Wakan and Sembibia Wakama. What we are saying, Dr. Omane Boama, and so Abekayensa, I want to say, Dr. Omane Boama, so, or one way you're free media space, or you're up, no one will say Okusiade, or you're up, no one will say Okusiade, eti Dokaba, Ebebusanum. One of the relevant personalities in the party today, Untimi Dr. Omane Boama, if you Dr. Fishapa. We didn't say we be able to do watch a papa. I see. But
oh, I've been around.
Because when you are paying, you say, "I check it." What Jim Biasa bet Washo? It you didn't be Biasa Kokawana.
Oh, sir, they be a
I see. But so far, what preparations are good?
Oh, sir, I mean, representative, you normally has a another answer, ABC, and they know. We didn't say publicity committees specifically. We didn't say media, Magasaka, Manyaji, our arrangements, and Diamamo. You're making sure, say, the over 1,000 media personnel apply, say, a back cover Congress, you know. There are no more reps. I beg a discussion. The discussion here, and they say, yes, 1,000 there. A has stretchy, a bit congested. It's you're reducing number to 600. And you're sure more. Say, Sambra Bill and Ra, now major accreditation cards. And around 4 p.m., I'm going to buy a near a do my accreditation cards a mile or more. And then so, I can say, I send your air consul. Strategically, so, the more acting I have say, if you say, a lot of the former appointees, Faha, in 10 years, more I producers, no say, me come we are, Yabachi me, Wafaya more, we are, Yabachi about better. Now, and also facilitate Maduma. Near can will be a crown position say, Bina say, who here or be our person when in a casa. Nasa won San Cano. Maybe I will say Nipano, our inner perimeter. What fre Congress official or be our crassa, your tag way. I a friend of Congress official now. San Nipano, Abeko, any Nipana Casa say, oh, Ebia or mine, a percent or no education come on. It's the time Ben obey ready. obe communicate ama na wa facilitate ama wo sa kasa nipa no eno ne akasa. Beyond that welfare, we will take good care of the media because you say mo ba be ye adwuma afisa abria akwakosi anajo pa ansana ye behu ye national executives a ye yi omo.
I see but o hwe eye TV sesia Johnson Esiedu Inketia G4C ana ye kasa de wabepie e wa hai General Mosquito Johnson Esiedu Inketia ye kasa wabepie e wa han say ono so de ode call the G4C and I'm sure say Chebia C4C and so ebeba. But doc, most start your Cape Coast on a wrong note visa as a Cape Coast mbabuna batono I said the whole glory about it.
I think that we have put Cape Coast behind us and lessons from Cape Coast and so are informing the level of security yade ashe sa Congress we move and it is really beefed up. What happened in Cape Coast will not happen again because the NDC is not like the MPP. MPP for chasing on national chairman no general secretary no money at the other. That is unlike the NDC. In the NC,
we have that assurance.
The assurance is there.
And the contest, no, yeah, ABI is very important.
Yes.
But interesting, I would say one of the most important personalities too.
Yeah.
In this party.
Yeah.
Oko Johnson said you get here. Abako sem, ewo Ghana manyo semu, onye ni paketwa, ewo NDC mu, onye ni paketwa, Uba Yero for Sopofwa, onye ni paketwa. So we have the G4C and C4C. Very nice slogans.
Yes.
But a Jumananka said the delegates in him. Or a specific reason to one of these people are now.
Yes, more specific a reason. Name main control.
So you're going for
no main control. The reason here is very simple. Omanebuama is almost like Yabomidia. The next thing I ever can hear is President Mahama because
President Mahama says that,
and it is for very good reasons. Sometimes it's a disadvantage because you wish you could step out there and campaign openly for your choice, but because of the restriction.
But who share the kind of leadership the party will need in times like this? Their qualities are not all.
Sir, question will remind them of medical school questions. Me answer the same as the first question.
So the NDC needs to win 2024.
Yes.
So you are looking for a specific quality.
Yes.
And that quality, no.
Yes.
Who did say why they begin with
me? Did say delegates ebe yisa nipana ebe lead NDC into victory in 2024. Ye national executives very close to the course of the NDC. National executives are making sure say Ghana for two aba ama President Mahama. Now you two aba ama President Mahama and so we are. Their votes will be counted, the votes will be collated, and the election will be declared in favor of President Mahama and the NDC parliamentary candidates. We expect by 11 a.m. Nanka Omuwa Hassan. That is what we communicate.
The voting will be starting around 5 o'clock.
The good thing is that President Mahama is around, Johnson Esiedu Nketia. Very soon, I believe all the others will take their seat and then we will start in earnest.
May help you. After about one, I want to come on and
but I suppose
thank you,
Papa.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hospital number pon area.
Thank you.
With you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Set your choir. Doctor Manebuama, I'm about to say, let me come on. Almighty, I'm more for construction. Over.
Yeah.
Now the pedal.
Said will be a by looking to the and I made a minute.
There be so there is a counter actually. Now press it. Now I'm
a top maybe a cramopi, a top of the promotion them, so a drew the idea will be
the baby free banner and this what Macron Yamanaya Konosa.
Oh, yes,
in a certain region.
Yes,
the NDC,
Yogusuba
are attractive,
very more attractive.
And your belief is that they will take over.
You see, if you say a common yell,
Efom.
And now say nipa di ni gidie bema na ube disappointing. In the history of this country, Abembia man disappointed nipa what sentiment.
Abakosemu.
So the people over there, they are disappointed, they are disjointed, and wow, go and look at the place. Obia is dejected. Jibia nkoyi. Eti nipa no abemwabu.
Jibia nkoyi.
Of course.
Nipa abemabu.
Of course. And someone mu kaye edibaji to me no. Enya no na santememu nipa ni hu ni sese.
Mameka says still Johnson is here Katia G4C. Odaso nemu a Ojenchia Odaso nemu Ojenchia. Ohe nakuta de na. Na first one na wasade batakai na ba. Ne nsa de oya ne se yesisem eti na adwene nyina ne se obesesa na wayi C4C na ono G4C no wabehye oba ahade me area yamaponko anatwo o se sentiment me disappointed
very very. Now I mean we no nyina na free ho I mean we no abusu afo kasa we no namfo kasa eti wa woni de ekoso.
But what was your expectation na omonye wa sentiment?
O se
you na o hwe ni ma say aban be ma sentiment for onye ntia o say sentiment for
generally eniema na and this was where yen sentiment when mu ka so da bi enkoyie wo mu ba aba be dane niema no anya no yehu
bibia tia fa so
bibia tia fa nsam na no ya o mu ba kuma se betwa ahoma mu say wo ba yeso me binia obia ofiri kuma se ba bia be ko kuma se fo no gusuro ko bi so mo
da bi se ba hu se de Chelsea
na utwanka gu anu asidai
na se obesi dan obesi sa be de udi kan Chelsea twa hu sia
o sa udi Chelsea etwa hu sia emfie du ansa no ebra da no president Kufuor no adira so enye so wo ka maduma na start ebra om wo ho no a obetwa mo ko e disai it's getting to 5 months
ebro busumi
yes bibi anywhere koso
but adwene
kire se na da o
the adwene kire se ye wa adwene bi se e be siesie so am run about sa adwene nko enye papa
dabi enye omuntimi nsi we dey mamenka for it bi do udru ukokumase a udru tech ufre meju so wa ukokumase a wadru tech no on say a free tech eba ba premier fansa me ko run about won so mo baye 6 years ni no ekwa no right one nko no motimi aye asphalt
de dan de adiegu
benkum ode no
adiegu
nothing just omuntimi na bibia kura Kumasi Central Region nipa kukura ba wa na aka say ye to ba ma bi boom just o man bibia say yo and say ekom na di nipa ekom
eti na ma bai mo kan di fo na mo bai yo mo no o mo be sisa Ghana shebre ni shebre na
wonim benivosi ye de hiansa na de fata ye ni ya party no ye ba ba yi kan di fo a obetimi asesa ne mam wo party dum na party no aye krabewe the party no aye bibia friends anya standing army okoko a wodi nkunudie na bebe fie
so assistance now general secretary will be a person the man.
Oh yes, definitely
general secretary why
definitely
why
me dem me to mabama Elvis a free anchor yes
general secretary
yes
Elvis a free anchor
upa busa mobia port to port metro dem me to mabama
ana oko national organizer de why
Joseph Yamin
national organizer
very energetic
for the NDC
very youthful yes
Joseph Yamin
I
can't bank the baby
oh Mr. Joseph Yamin
chief buying in the baby
Joseph Yamin
and I got chairman why
chairman
yeah
na me asa wo hwe animo so ho de chairman me to amano hwe animo ye me a free
C4C
Dabi na asia dun katia pie wa ho de me ye
asia dun katia
so wonya asia dun katia bi wo ye saint so ko wonya nipa wo ye saint
asia dun katia ensem okoko kakanye
they say one no necessary be national chairman delegates no me ka ho no I'm a delegate Yebeto Abaman.
Johnson is doing Katia.
Johnson is doing Katia.
G for C.
Yes, G for C.
So who squad near doing Katia every free Joseph Yamin.
Joseph Yamin, yeah.
Where move bet made in Kunama 2024.
What dear? Yes, she said na fato. Wabna Obakasa Mikai.
One bet made in Kunim.
Yes. This you say ya penipa on bet nya ya jumano. A juman in the hill. Because the work day for ground. Huh. National organizer some Yamin. Jesus Christ. Just we're not amphibious, I know you know, amphibious. Every nook and cranny of the country. Kona baby.
Is it what you don't pray? Now, what you saying?
I'm here, don't boko.
Hey, now, lawyer, are you on diet? You look so good. Or enjoy back camera. Lawyer, you look so fit. Wow. Akwaba.
Yeah.
Is it what you boko?
Nyankopo.
Now, who are
Sauba Kaya. Meka sembi amribi atwam wanjimi ani okai kosronkwa okai kosronkwa nsam na meka kire no na nsam be hu se wankasa kra na okasen me na okatin fifure se me
yes
se enipa tete no na ya ai nananum kofa nkoa no ba akoa ba akosoro na odada nkoa na aka no na omasai na anubi na MPP ade ya Ghana for enti omo soro Ghana for na omo yi NDC ni Mahama fi ho na omo ba ane ye behu eno na eba mu eni nti na me ye din no sane ye be ya mbehu se na kosoro nkoa no a na me ka no na me nan si bibi so enim ni a ede beba
eti enei Congress yasi the Ebekosu Hano and the Bachelor Kunimum 2020.
Exactly so. From so be you see, political party be will go. But I see when so and it's we need political power. Otherwise, political party and your dancing group and your Emma and Kamfu group and your she, but I we need political power. Now, ahu here ani ahokyere ani apenia omanu sino watimi aba abaji omo enti no eneya Accra Sports Stadium ya bai a history making grounds.
It was what take your neck out now.
Sir
General Secretary.
Oh, Madam Kashi.
Chairmanship.
Min kashi ne mom yase amfo na kire ne ntoaso na me ne ofosu ampof me Eastern region me ne ofosu ampof anante way back from 1995 no year DC 1998 ampof be deputy Eastern regional minister obeye MP obeye national organizer odi a few opposition about power. Obeye director of elections, vice chairman, be national chairman. The same thing general as a former deputy regional secretary, no. Many generals were here, and then the famous Koforibia Heritage election that determined NDC now you're coming back in 2008. 2005 I will go for the Heritage. And now to say binumo tenas if you are 2 days a man sorry anya niema binin ya keka Lawrence factor those times. And I didn't back when say I said don't katia on co election lusuda. But men can't say obey you be wini.
That is some no can no correct.
And I'm powerful.
Also, I'm calling us in Lusudo.
I'm powerful. And so, any grounds, on him or a strategist, on him election, amongst them, as a national organizer, got me the few opposition, Abba,
I power no.
I see.
Ono nso no e so stronger.
I see.
Ampofo nso under retina. One share ya ubedi udok no kwa.
I see.
Enti no media ni America nyina ne say at the end of the day Accra Sports Stadium ebema ye history.
All right. Medasi pi sisi ka say there empire bo koso for medasi mamenda Adom prenso ase. Ye be say back. Ni asa be di enkomo bi. E wan sisi de medasi pi. We dey say G4C.
G4C.
All right. Yeah, that's it. Ye ka say there empire bona shase anisa bibia ekoso kama sofo bompa ye ebie kwanim no. Na obo wie pe na tese bibia ekoso. Hey, lawyer betina say.
Swearing in of Pablo, the National Youth Organizer elect, no swearing in and holding himself as National Youth Organizer. No, Semetiasia and no injunction.
It has nothing to do with.
It has nothing to do with the Congress.
But this particular Congress injunction be mine.
Oh, Debbie. Last one in the buy in America say, Yenya former Eastern Regional chairman Jowak, near friend Jowak, no. On one day injunction call ye. Na enran so ye call ye. But courts no who ye or can ye say it's too late. Now no any lawyers who ye no. And also at the end of my game.
But Eastern Region has legal issues can be one, and it doesn't affect this election.
Well, it doesn't affect this election. It doesn't also your constitution no, saying you 2/3 of all the constituency only 2/3 we can hold Congress.
You are good to go.
Until say there are pockets of dispute in Yama, then they won't come for the election. Miami constituency, Central Town, there was a tie. Chairman, any deputy treasurer. Only now there was a tie. And so far as we've not been able to go for rerun, no. No, me and myself about and there are pockets of issues. Me sure say after Congress, you better not say will resolve all. But Omani, and then me who are Bontino is the match to Jubilee House.
Really?
It's a match to Jubilee House.
And you know
and you mean who ye a hand no man neck no. Hey, yeah, GDB. Men yan say.
I said, my party, what do you do?
Oh, what's it?
What do you do?
Oh no, oh say, there is something in the air.
There's a feeling.
There's a feeling. Oh, they say,
Ghana for here, MPP, NDC for another. More Casa Mona Muya.
No, Ghana for here, say, we come and rescue. Also, a political party, no. We have members, we have leaders, and a political party, no. And no, producing leadership for the state. Is to produce some leadership that would, from the politics, now would take the policies. When you get into the state, then now your policies will have to manifest. It is not about saying, but it is about what policies. It is about who do we have trust for. We have compared the two. We have compared
and the NDC.
Yes, we have compared the MPP and the NDC, and Obiabetimi Ama the decision.
So that comparison, who are said the NDC outweighs and no more edge.
Exactly. Even one, me and Adam for 4 lawyers are almost strong MPP. Almost say, lawyer, NDC was so. Now wait here. Wait here, what's so cry? Wait here, it is only the new clause. And see, for that alone, no. Almost say Debbie, lawyer, yeah, we say I'm macra yanji cat cry. I don't know, and call you.
But so far, the ECOSO, we're okay with it. The ECOSO, we're okay. Organization, security, everything.
Oh, yes,
media.
Yes. So far, at least the fear. Now me was what happened in Cape Coast. Saying I'm so excited. I'm happy. The grounds committee for my Ijuma, any security. Me assure say my Ijuma.
Maybe
no, me was election committee.
You are restricted.
Me a monitor. I'm restricted now. Now, many gens so say almost all of them, the contestants, they have served the party before. Obia name their strengths, Obia name their weakness. Now, whether you win or you lose, you have a role to play within the party. Whether you win today or you lose, you have a role to play.
Is that going to be possible? Because in 70 years, no.
Once an election, a basa, internal contester, I think the last one I met is still leak tape. Any leak tape, Obi Kasa, any leak tape. It's not a leak tape. Bibia or I handle no. Say within the party I handle. Maybe here say, I see you discussing among executives. Only party for discussing delegates say, when I hammer. When I may person me be a chairman. It's not a leak tape. And that now I can tell you largely, say Nyawakano, it was something that had happened. Now people don't really still understand. Now me sure say after Congress, no Metsnas na machechemo.
That was a lead lawyer for this court issue. You knew that the NDC was in court for basically the MPP not crossing the 50+1, and then having issues with the coalition with the Electoral Commission.
Yes.
Figures. These two issues.
Oh, Omahine. They caught on one leg.
That leg is?
We acquire, say, so we share your writ now. I say declaration.
By the Electoral Commission.
By the Electoral Commission is unconstitutional. Until we went for a constitutional matter. A constitutional matter say, you declare results and you are changing no 3 in premier and 9. There was 9 one on the 9th, 1 on the 10th. What do you say? Until some results here you declare no, and no neyeka say it was an unconstitutional act because when we realize say sebi results are ASC and Yanni Nano, we couldn't get all the results immediately. What do you say? Mename Ashanti Regional Coalition Center. It was a difficult thing getting all the results.
The NDC as a party.
Oh,
biggest
Nyankofo Kase, Broja Jenfikos, Tong, or selling party no out and signing no. It was not true. I was there. Betty Mode was there. Only Papa.
But lawyer, that makes it more serious. That
no,
a party like the NDC.
No. They had a problem. The problem they had was that in Kofa I saw pink shit, no.
Eddie
Bano. It looked around. Enti na esi ye frɛ na ye mbisa sɛ this is the results ye diaba. Check from the regional office ni nyama sɛ is that the true reflection of the results? Who they say?
But they say na mo nyam facts in we na mo go dina ko.
Enti eni na make say enti what even happened in Ashanti? Ye ka say Broja Kosani no. Yen na ye ka say Broja, you are from Ashanti region. Who were you? Enti go and sign. It wasn't on his own volition. I can tell you. And during the election, if he says it right, during 2020, I sent a test out. Miniano MPP for no. Almost DN, almost doctor. Almost say Victor Adado right. But that wasn't. But the truth of the matter said, what was in it, I sent it because I was there. Now, so open way and sana ye court now. When we looked at it, look at the figure, because we could not get the full complement of the results, no? When we went, it was decided that we take a constitutional matter. So it was the declaration. And whilst we were doing it as constitutional matter, no, the EC was to bring the results and say, no, I did the right thing. What did I say?
On what basis were you looking for a constitutional matter when your evidence was not even
no legality? You see, 2012, no, they came with figures. What did I say? We didn't go to court with the figures. All we were saying is, so we shot declaration or no, we changed it 3 times, no, giving different. It was unconstitutional.
Now we are suspicious of the figures.
We were suspicious of the figures.
But what figures were you leaning on to be suspicious of that figure by the Electoral Commission?
No, because what we had from all the places. It was left with some of the pink sheets at Yebenya, but your ball results no. Actually, and if you look at it and what she has added, any change in it, no, it was not right.
Well, where matter we will discuss.
We will discuss.
We'll discuss this matter.
I'll be.
Lawyer,
no. Enti some people in Crawford say it brings the
party to ridicule.
The party to ridicule. No, that's
what you're about.
No. What we went, there was one group almost say we should go with figures. Then
the other group said,
and our leader within the legal committee, they said, look, this is a clear constitutional matter. Until let me use the constitutional matter, and we agreed. We agreed. That's why we did not have even one figure. All
right, I mean that's not. We say any day. Keep patrolling. We'll get back to you on this matter. Hey, Minya. Minya Bruni.
Oh my.
Oko submarine. Why you left me, baby?
Yeah, no,
why you left me? Hey.
Oh my.
What's the declaration? Bina. Uping shit in your clear. It's what by the same who over to you.
I'm on for neck. Can you
say? What's the declaration? Bina. Uping shit in your clear. Uping shit in your clear. And I'm back campus. Is it what's the declaration? Uping shit in your clear. But where?
Oh my, I'm Adom now, sir.
I'm Pedro Simi Musau. So, ba bedroom, by your declaration, I will keep pushing. If you're now doing false, what happened?
Oh my,
oh,
yeah, my delegates in our crowd.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, my delegates in our crowd.
But Bibia, come on.
Oh, Yamia, Bibia, come on.
Bibia, I'm the part.
Yeah,
tell me who's the lecturer.
Million penny.
Hey, I'm out for the system. Oh, wow. But clearly, you have more parties where come on.
Oh, my ocean dear Cosona. You'll be never come when it's here.
Okay.
If I shall see pony, Nana,
who kept Coast to Kabia,
oh, BB Sense. You see, Cape Coast, no, Melbourne negotiate. And Melbourne see, and I'm show. I was say Kenya. Now we'll go craft way after Friday, the almost staircase. Yes. What can one number? Yes. It's BBNC.
Okay. But the also a determinant for 2024. Yeah. It's a Libre Wahamo.
Oh, yeah.
It's what you say, more delegates. We are sure that they are electing the right people to lead the party.
Am I in a jet back when he say delegates be our banner? And this all me do her. No, the obey. Because Nipa Kua Hodwa Yeshiano, ye Nipa Yasum party nache. Na ye nimdia Yama party no. And a baby a yedrun, Yejina Kono, Yako 2024. It delegates now all by 2 million. Obey a dear tonight. Senior and Yabimuchali.
Good. But where have you been?
Oh, I've been around.
Low profile.
Low profile. Sometimes it's necessary.
Still at UPSA or?
Yeah, I'm back there at UPSA, at our parliament.
So still actively involved in the NDC activities?
Absolutely.
On which committee or?
Well, I'm on the publicity committee.
Oh, wow.
So I'm part of those who put in place the necessary mechanisms for you to be here. So,
oh, wow. Congratulations. So far what I'm seeing, perfect. Fantastic.
Excellent. Excellent.
The party is ready to take power 2024.
We must take it at all costs, but using all legitimate means.
What gives you that confidence?
I am so confident because I feel it in my bones.
That the NDC?
I know.
Is taking power.
By intuition, I just know that we're taking power.
But are you well organized as a party? Are you ready? Are you prepared for 2024?
We are more than ready. You know, NDC is not going to struggle to get a flag bearer. Our opponents are in a dilemma currently, but we already have a flag bearer in waiting.
They do for
John Dramani Mahama.
How do you jump into that conclusion?
Oh, no, but is
that obvious?
It's an obvious situation, and it's very clear in the minds of everybody, every Ghanaian. Even our opponents know that. And they know very well that John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, is going to form the next government for this country.
So what should go into the choice of leaders for the party today?
You know, we are facing a very tyrannical opponent. opponent that does not believe in principles. They do not believe in rules and regulations and laws. We are faced with a lawless opponent. And we know that by their nature and character, in 2024, they will be coming at us with guns, with machetes, and with cuddles. And therefore, we need some leaders with hearts of steel, leaders that are courageous and bold, leaders who will behave like Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill, during the Second World War, when the German Nazis had outrun France to the point that de Gaulle ran away from Paris, it became necessary for the British government and its allies to rethink, because when the Nazi bombs were flying in Paris, they could hear the sound in London. And then the then king, father of the late Queen Elizabeth, asked whether they can get a man who is bold, courageous, to inspire the hearts of the German soldiers and their allies. And in the process, they remembered that there was a man of that nature who once upon a time was their prime minister, Winston Churchill. So they recalled Winston Churchill. And when Winston Churchill stand before a radio station to encourage and to inspire, you will hear bombs flying over his head. And he will tell them, march on, we are together in this. Don't give up. We can defeat the enemy. The enemy can be taken out. Do not mind their bombs, the guns, because even as I'm talking to you, the bombs and the guns are flying over my head. But I am not quitting. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. We are not quitting. We are defeating Adolf Hitler. He is a tyrannical leader, and we need to get him out. The British soldiers and the allies were inspired by the words of Winston Churchill, and they marched on. They defeated the Nazis. The NDC finds itself at a similar juncture. We need a chairman who can inspire out the rank and file, rally the rank and file to resist the tyrannical MPP.
And you see that quality in G4C or C4C?
I see that quality, obviously, with every clarity in my mind. In Johnson Asiedu Nketia, there is no doubt about it. Johnson Asiedu Nketia as chairman is what we need at this time, at this juncture of our history, at this juncture of our crossroad. He is the one we need. And I'm very confident that Johnson Asiedu Nketia, you know, so with the support he will give the flag bearer, we definitely will have victory. And again, for General Secretary, I see another firebrand, fearless, bold, Fifi Kwete. With these three people leading us, then we know that we have men of steel, fearless, bold, to lead us, to avoid a repeat of Ayawasu West Wugon.
To avoid that repeat?
Yes, where we will be asked to, pull out of an election because there were some few casualties. Those casualties were unfortunate, but they were not reasons enough for us to have pulled out of.
People were dying.
Nobody died at Ayawasu West.
People were being maimed.
People maimed, yeah, people got maimed, yes. But what we saw even in the general election was worse, where 8 people lost their lives. But did we call off the general elections? We need to move with all boldness, understanding that in every contest there are risks. And then if we don't take those risks, then we'll be quitters. The NDC by our nature are not quitters. At Ayawasu we saw Sam George stood his ground boldly, but Sam George was not definitely the leader at the time. But when the opponent know that these are the true leaders and they stand, like Asiedu Nketia stood in Banda, stood in the Volta region during the registration, even the soldiers will know that these people, you can't bring them down.
I see, Richie.
So indeed, we need lions to lead the pack, not sheep. If we are all lions and we have a sheep leading us, and the sheep hears the sound of another animal like the elephant and runs away, even though we are lions, we will all fall back.
So G4C and Fifi Kwete.
I tell you,
national
for me,
organizer.
National organizer, but my prediction is on these two.
The national organizer.
The national organizer, if you ask me, I will maintain Akamba, Joshua Akamba.
If it doesn't happen, so?
Well, If it doesn't happen, so
Yamin Chief Baini.
Any of them, I think Yamin will be better.
Wow, Richie,
yes.
Thank you.
These are my takes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are talking after the elections.
Sure, sure.
Minua Eric, eti Rich abechirimu. Saneko. Wakasa yi.
Oh, Wakasa.
Okay.
Oh, say the man you some year then is you share say nipa ye kompimu do no. O man he obi an say the na adwen no. Eno na ma can be mamin can be dem. So I believe strongly say at the end of the day no. And this ye nto abanwie no na party na di nkunim. Me the ultimate ne say ye nto aba na ye wie boko na akira asem na din. That is what I think about.
I see.
Me nya de ye ne no kra na.
Eti kona kwa your campaign wo.
Ma me kwa me campaign.
Wo campaign bra afofo no. Kona ye kromfo no. Omo nto abapa.
Mate.
Na bibia tu twa.
Mate ase. O man ne kwa na sa.
Eti ase ba. Ye wie adwuma no. Hey. Na u be pede wa. Na so do a party pan you.
Na say o man
Kasagumi
ye nyina e ba ko.
Good.
So I say all the political parties say one people. And I say party be AABB also to me ba ebe support.
It will be head here koso.
Yes, me ba be here almost to nsa frɛ me sonko.
Okay.
It me ba ya me ba be here na me wish you all well. Nyankopon mo ama bibi anya successful.
But you believe in the NDC?
I believe in John Mahama leadership, not NDC entirely.
But the leadership of John Mahama?
Yes.
I didn't hear.
No, you know, John Mahama is more like a brother, not personal, compared to J. Kufuor, Nanado. John Mahama is the best. Because Oshaniama SCC war Mayimu, not personal, na your friend, a man for friend, incompetent, near topet to say. Na penso normal castle ye incompetent or ajebusi ando do no na omaino eniema ekosɛn ene hwɛ interchanges ahodo hwɛ schools ahodo sisi ye hwɛ hospitals ahodo sisi ye ebepem ne na do ba ontimi income enya saade ma ne bi enti no enu nti na John Mahama de oye bibia na oto ne nsa frɛ me a mesrɛ nkwane ahoɔde meba beta na chi.
I see. Baba so far do abu bibia e kama.
Yes, me buy so far, me de many any mason to form, me share said the NDC Ahubuano contestants in the call, me de mason to form one, FA chairmanship as I say, don't get a bewini.
I say, look at the
yes, Sana Mehuno, Sans Sunday. Say, if in rain, you me buy ye and crowphobia or legon, a costra or more, delegate, I'll be bow more, a wohono, only obia din comwa. Say don't get here.
I see. Or observer or the political party. It's your observer. But this is what so far one observer what you can do to the Adiamae. Yeah, crossover. I'm not pokia. Din Komobi or Mountain. So yeah, Bawaha. You need to metro in common. So Abana. So Timikana say why a crowd of the one number Mountain. So they are Moka feeling it to say.
As a member of the legal team, no, Monty any injunction say be about to no yati be bisa.
There's no injunction on the Congress. Congress on the Babaso. But say anya yasaka injunction na your friends Jemfi, Brian Jemfi, SVN. Until our hands we have that it has been served on us.
Inti me ready and much sentiment to mean so in movie be anya dem betumi so mo go by the injunction
team. The legal team will consider it on the grounds. Until I feel I'm yet to receive the copy, but you see, I serve a party, so I'm going for that copy. Then there's a Congress legal team who will decide on what to do, okay, and will advise the party.
Okay, any issues are before and especially so far the chairmanship race now, chairman and the general secretary no so about for chairmanship no. Issues are allegations a big partner as a legal member because some money no was some pagana for deceiving Ghanaians in 2020 Multimedia Assembly Court Supreme Court without figures without facts.
There be your call Supreme Court on the your friends saying and your pink sheet in here call Supreme Court. Yamfa pink sheets echo Supreme Court there be MPP for normally 11,000 pink sheets echo Supreme Court. Yeah dear. Yeah, our case was built around the declaration. Declaration
and into the naka ye per se yen fa Jemensa embassy adaka no mu na ye no ntwe into mo say ye ni pink sheets no and you say ye ni pink sheet but yen fa pink sheets akọ Supreme Court. That's not our case because MPP edi 11,000 pink sheets called Supreme Court no it didn't change anything. So why are we also going to take pink sheets to court? Into here our declaration our case was built on the declaration and you saw it. Declaration though Jemensa SSR numbers not 7 times. That is why we went to court. So it's not on the pink sheet.
And to say also some numbers be 7 times as a party na more figures here and but what is it? Declaration is based on figures.
You don't understand. What we are saying is that one kasa mathematics no year Akufo-Addo will not be president. That's what we are saying.
Do
you understand what I'm saying? Jemensa the mathematics be buyer. We are saying that yeah, Jemensa 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1 is not 3. Look at it very well. That's our issue. Yes, one year mathematics in year. Mathematics constant. In Ghana, mathematics 1 + 1 is 2. In Germany, it's 1 + 1 is 2. Bibia 1 + 1. And we are saying that Jemensa, mathematics now we are no. Near equity is wrong. Enter the witness box. Let's cross-examine you. We say we should bring our figures.
It's more kasa na order mana muntino as a party at the time or no. Sanamadi could na move based on easy figures or they buy our society. Nyabotamame and another day cancer. It's not what they call court now. I'm nature say case no. Boom some of my patch. Am I ready to apologize? Anna.
MP want to move patch. No ma. I say chrono. And my phone they have to apologize for Ghanaians.
But court now more so almost more the civil Ghanaians since you small party.
I've just corrected you here. I'm saying sir, Jemensa here mathematics. Yes, Jemensa or mathematics is wrong. Enter the witness box. Yamananko. We are not saying that we were coming there with our figures. Yes, one kasa witness if we figures no, I are wrong. One kasa what's the figures no 7 times. Bruh, enter. Let's cross-examine you. So it's not about we can't go in there with our figures.
As the biggest opposition party, Obianim say we MPP every honor we beka say the other party abeka no NDC. Na mako election him say more IT gurus na matumi akọ set up. Ese control at the end no 5 regions spend money figures. The other nyina na crash.
Baby, figures ye pink sheets nyina e party headquarters home. Ye pink sheets nyina. So what you are saying is wrong. The crashing
General Secretary Neka.
And I may say the crashing of our coalition no doesn't mean that we didn't have all our pink sheets. We had our pink sheets. So separate the crashing of our coalition center from we getting our pink sheet. Pink sheet is just about agent traveling from Accra and bringing it. Travel from here. We got it. We had it.
So how come General Secretary those documents now?
General Secretary and General Secretary will not go with those documents. Our strategy as a legal team was not to go with pink sheets. How many times do I have to say this? MPP went with 11,000 pink sheets. Did that change anything? MPP went 2012, 11,000 pink sheets. Did that overturn the results? So we also said that you learn from what is happening. We are not going there on pink sheets matters. We are going on the, what is it? Jemensa, what did she do? Declaration. So our case was built on declaration, not pink sheets.
And we patrol General Secretary there who can know your way.
Oh yes.
It's about the son of a different story altogether now.
Say there. Say yeah. Center collapse.
Aside from the center collapsing, was it Bramo yes some of manual. The chairman and the choir committee chair and I'm collating the results manually. Documents are more the man or done or court no one say on to me laughing so continue or rejected those documents. And only okache and compared to what you are saying now, no, there are different issues altogether.
Different issues. Pink sheets, we didn't go to court with pink sheets, and we are never going to go to court. MPP said that 11,000 people who voted should throw away. Yes, say coalition no. Easy, your mathematics is wrong. Enter the witness box. Near Wakano, I don't know about that.
Central region. Commander Edina Gwafu Ebrim. Cape Coast North, Cape Coast South. Asin North. Asin Central. Asin South. Edina Gwafu. Efutu. Gomwa East, Gomwa West. Gomwa Central. Aguna East. Aguna West. Hey, Vice President running mate, your region is not here. Well, they are out there. They will be coming in very soon. OT region. OT region. OT region. In Kwanta North, in Kwanta South. Karachi East and Karachi West. In Chumuru. Mr. Kofi Adams, your region is not here. OT region, where are you? Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Almighty Voter region. The World Bank. Voter region. Angro Keta. Ketu North, Ketu South. Akachi North, Akachi South. Tongu. South Tongu, Central Tongu. North Tongu. O Central. O West. O where? Afajato. Batoy. Thank you. Nyawezo. Nyawezo over Ghana. Yesue dojuada. Joya wodoa madaka matangwachio. Yesue dojuada. Joya wodoa madaka matangwachio. Yemyabade Mahama dojuada. Joya wodoa madaka matangwachio. Mahama dojuada. Joya wodoa madaka matangwachio. Nyawova doga. Mount Yami. Greater Accra. The host region. Greater Accra. The host region. Greater Accra. Nyabie. Game nyabie. Yati ashimana nye. Yati ashim. Nyuma jonye. Nye radon. Nyuma jonye. Thank you all. Mr. Chairman, this is where I draw the curtain on the 16 regions who are here to take a critical decision in electing national officers. We have our diasporans, diaspora chapters, UK, Ireland, Canada, America, all the rest. Are you here? Diaspora chapters. We have our members of parliament. Members of parliament from all 137 constituencies. Please, can we see you? MPs. Thank you for coming. Former metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives. Former MMDCs. Are you here? Let's see you. Former deputy ministers and ministers. Former deputy ministers and ministers. Thank you for coming. Former ministers. Former MPs, former members of parliament. Former ambassadors who represented Ghana. Former ambassadors. Thank you for coming. 10 representatives. The 5 reps from the 10 institutions in the 16 regions. Are you here? Thank you. The last group, former presidential staffers. Thank you very much for coming. This is the full complement of the regions and the delegates that constitute this Congress. I thank you for your attention. May God bless us all.
And we thank you very much. Mr. Anthony Nukwenu is regional organizer for the Greater Accra region. It's now time for us to open Congress, and we'll do so immediately as we welcome the
Former President of the Republic of Ghana, members of the Functional Executive Committee of the party, members of the National Executive Committee of the NDC, leadership of the minority group in Parliament, and our hard-working MPs, former ministers of state present here, members of the diplomatic corps, Nime, Naime, Nananum, Togbeo, and other eminent traditional leaders, party executives, and delegates from the regions, constituencies, and branches. Representatives of political parties here present, who lead contestants in today's national elections of the NDC, distinguished invited guests, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. The prolific writer William Shakespeare wrote, "Small cheer and great welcome make a merry feast." As we gather this morning to commence the Congress of the Great National Democratic Congress, NDC, I, on behalf of the Functional Executive Council or Committee of the Party, the National Executive Council, the Organizing Committee of this Congress, and all other organs of the party, welcome you warmly to the Accra Sports Stadium for this historic event. I trust that at the end of our Congress, we will all make a merry feast. The 10th Congress of our party is significant for a variety of reasons. I will share a few of these reasons with you. We are having a Congress at a time when this country is going through a plethora of excruciating economic, social, and political challenges. For the first time in the history of our dear country, the hard-earned income and investment of hard-working Ghanaians and pensioners are being forcefully subjected to strange haircuts like Tokyo Joe and Bush. 6 years down memory lane, Ghanaians thought they had voted for the new Patriotic Party MPP to provide economic management that they claimed they alone could deliver. Little did voters know that they had voted for barbers who only knew haircut like Grace Jones and Punk. They cannot even barber their own president Ecuador properly, leaving him with a Sakura head. Fellow Catamansonians, another reason why our Congress is historic is that it is taking place at a time when Ghanaians agree on the monumental catastrophe that the Akufo-Addo-Bawumia-led government represents. The teachers are saying the MPP is a catastrophe. Nurses say the MPP is a catastrophe. Truck drivers say the MPP is a catastrophe. Civil servants say catastrophe. The private sector say catastrophe. Aboso can spare parts dealers say catastrophe. Traders say catastrophe. Barbers say, bankers say catastrophe. International rating agencies say catastrophe. Civil society organizations say catastrophe. Kaya say catastrophe. Okada riders say catastrophe. Galam say catastrophe. The media say catastrophe. Our traditional leaders say catastrophe. University don't say catastrophe. Religious organizations say catastrophe. Labor Union say catastrophe. Doctors say catastrophe. The Black Stars say catastrophe. Even the witches and villagers from Chepi say catastrophe. NPP's Akufo-Addo Bawumia catastrophe sentinel Ajibabia. The NPP catastrophic performance in government has been so repugnant that their own party could not stand the stench of their own rotten government. They started what looked like a cleansing and deodorizing exercise by demanding the sack of Ken Ofori-Atta as finance minister. Now the chief barber, that is the significance of the time in which we are staging a congress of our political party. Political leadership in Ghana has never in our history descended into the abyss in which we find ourselves today. The electorate has lost trust and confidence in the MPP government. The little that was left of trust was blown away when President Akufo-Addo looked Ghanaians in the eyes during one of his Sunday fellow Ghanaians broadcasts on television, national television, and told us that there will be no haircut on investment. Only for the chief barber, Ofori-Atta, to announce the following week with clippers, scissors, razors, blade in hand, that there will be haircuts. And that some haircuts will even be with broken bottles. That was what the height of deceit. And that was the height of deceit that any government, any president and government could ever have engaged in, which was made even more hurtful by the fact that it was a very survivor that they were playing their games, our very survivor that they are playing their games with. Distinguished invited guests, fellow Akatamansonians, coming closer home, our Congress today is also historic because it is first following the bold and heroic turnout of our party executive, foot soldiers across the country in the 2020 elections. The zeal and commitment with which you campaigned in the 2020 elections saw the great NDC almost winning majority of seats in parliament. The manifestation of that stellar performance of our party executives gathered here is a huge hang parliament, that we have, the first in the history of our country. Let nobody steal that hard work and achievement from you with any convoluted narration of related and inevitable events. Your tenacity on the campaign trail in 2020 enabled our indefatigable MPs to find a strong voice for the marginalized masses of our country whose interests we represent. I am proud of your exploits in the 2020 campaign, even as my teacher said, there is room for improvement. I am delighted that as party chairman, I was the conductor of the orchestra with you as the choir that almost snatched parliament from the president. That was historic. In 2024, we will snatch not only parliament, but also the presidency from the MPP government, inshallah. Fellow party members, this Congress is also historic by all standards. For the first time in the history of this country and the history of our great party, we have a general secretary challenging his boss, the party chairman for the position. We have witnessed the fiercest contest ever for the general secretary position of the party. The contest for national women organizers was ferocious, and that of the national youth organizer was brazenly hot. The embers of that are yet to cool down. The internal contests point to how democracy is beautiful within the NDC. It shows that our internal processes are working. I want our detractors to know that our party still remains strong and will come out of today's elections even stronger. The chairmanship contest between the party chairman and the general secretary will not destroy the NDC. We are all too strong and too intelligent for that. Let those false political prophets from the opposing side who are predicting Armageddon after today's election be clear in their mind that today will rather mark a renaissance of the great Akatamansonians. Today will mark the beginning of our march towards rescuing Ghana from the wickedness, ineptitude, and catastrophic MPP government. This brings me to the last significance of today's Congress that I will want to talk about. There are many more, though Ghanaians are today looking for an alternative to the catastrophic government that we have. They are looking for political leaders who will place their concerns, anxiety, hope, and vision at the center of government decision. They are looking for leaders who will not direct access and opportunities to their children, brothers, cousins, mamas, and clansmen, and damn all others. Indeed, Ghanaians are looking for a president who listens to them, a president who has no fear of reshuffling a palpably catastrophic group of ministers, a president who will not refuse to sack a disastrous finance minister, even when his own party says so. The only reason why Ken Ofori-Atta is still finance minister is that he is the president's cousin, and he financed the president's campaign to be president. Not because he has any competence. It's out there for all of us to see. Even when his cousin is leading Ghana into untold hardship with his hopeless lack of capacity and capability, he still keeps him at post, and we are still all damned. Ghanaians are looking for leaders who can trust, leaders who can walk the talk, leaders with a heart who put the country first and all others second. The NDC must seize this opportunity and restore trust in the conduct of national politics. That is the time we are in today. Fellow Akatamansonians, through our actions and decisions, we must signal that the NDC is a party of choice for Ghanaians. The outcome of this Congress should assure our teaming supporters and the army of voters who are disappointed in the MPP government that with the NDC in the driving seat, Ghanaians can look up to the future with a lot more hope and optimism. Let us leave here with a clear message to Ghanaians that we, the NDC, is very responsive to the cry of the people. Why is that? Let us not forget the African proverb which says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Party unity in all this is non-negotiable. And that bears our theme for this Congress, Uniting for Victory 2024. We need to be united even in the diversity in which we find ourselves. Of course, during elections like the one we will have today, one cannot expect homogeneity. Given the fact that the NDC is a massive party, we cannot all think alike and support the same person. That is just impossible. However, our differences and preferences should end in the declaration of the winners today. The battle we have is a political battle. As a political battle, it's not an internal battle. Those we are in real combat with are the MPP. That is our must-win battle. We shoot ourselves in the foot if we allow our internal elections to take a better part of us and forget that the target is not us. In the current situation which the country finds itself, we will be letting all Ghanaians down if we allow our internal sparks to go beyond today and affect our agenda for 2024 election. I believe I can count on you all to quickly regroup after today, irrespective of how the elections go for you. This is also because, as we have it, our African proverb says, a snake that you can see does not bite. We can see ourselves as NDC members, so we cannot and must not bite one another. I guess what the proverb forgot to add is that a mosquito that you can see can also not bite. Fellow party members, where there is love, there is no darkness. So our elder says, and how true a statement it is, we should focus on our collective good by extension of the good of Ghana. Party politics is relational, and so we should build and strengthen our internal rapprochement. We are made to headle under the great umbrella, for where we will extend succor and solace to Ghanaians everywhere, shielding them from the vagaries of the different types of weather, both current and emerging, and telling every Ghanaian that we are all one, whether you are from Kumasi, Chebi, Keta, or Wale Wale. In conclusion, my task here is a simple one. It is in line with what our forefathers say. If a man does not long a journey, no one says welcome home. He feels like he has no. Fellow delegates, we remain confident that those who are yet to arrive will also arrive safely. Thanks to the Almighty God, all our delegates, I'm told, have arrived safely. May you be blessed at the end of the Congress. May you also be blessed to others. Today is just like any other. We will never happen again. Do not waste it. Our requests, sometimes tries and struggles, are exactly what a group like. I wish to thank all of you for your contribution in diverse ways in making the NDC a very strong party, and we came to meet it after we took office in 2028. Once again, I have the singular honor and privilege to declare the 10th Congress of the National Democratic Congress being held in the Accra Sports Stadium here duly open. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, the National Chairman, for a long opening statement to Congress. Eyezu, we are Mizu, we are Miza, we are Mizuza. Thank you very much. Let me recognize in a very special way these 4 constituencies that made us proud. Yes, that's the general. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. That made us proud during the 2020 elections. These are constituencies we have been struggling to win, and we made it in 2020. So I want to recognize at this all-important gathering. From Greater Accra, we have Okaikwe North. If you are here, we salute you for the wonders that you did. Tema East, where are you? We salute you for also making it in 2020. Then, Wenchi, you made it in a very stronghold of the opponent. You registered it and turned it green, and it's going to be maintained green come 2024. Then the last, but not the least, but the most wonderful and interesting one is Upper Denchra West from the central region. You made it and nailed it and added it, turned it green. Thank you very much for these wonders that you did. I will proceed to do some introductions. Usually, Openi Jwaria na, but I'm going to turn it. I will start with the Openi, because this Openi has done so much for our country. He's done so much for our party. If we are gathered here today, it is because we commenced a reorganization process from the branch levels through the constituencies, the regional level. We had a youth and women last week, Saturday, on the 10th of December in Cape Coast. And today, we are gathered here. The funding, listen to me, the funding and the mobilization of funds to organize all these levels of elections, including and not limited to your travel to this place, your accommodation, your feeding had rested heavily on shoulders. We have not broken those shoulders. Your Excellency, John Dramani Mahama deserve a wonderful and standing ovation from all of us for this wonderful support for the party. He deserves it with a round of applause. He's done so much for this party. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Congress Ecoso the Accra Sports Stadium. Now, Yasaka or Joshua Hamid Akamba, the captain, Yamwao Ahari.
Michelle, Echawa Dafunina.
Yeah, Joseph. Oh, I'm a dozen.
Sir, you.
I want to show what for night saying.
I open and come here, my young connection and Cabebwami.
We ever find you account so what you say,
Sir, come on, Ghana for you. Sir, Miss Mipel.
Now, but tell them we ever can know what's up.
I'm interview.
There, what one is say ground so said the near cat Adolf was a busha. Adolf from common when you were dinner to say.
Oh, Adom to know. I am there as a national organizer. Meko ase hono no ase na meko ye no me wo say party for no ehun say yes me obi a masum party no na some masum party no na I didn't know people were observing me kwa me say masa wa bre ye nyina ye ho adwuma wa ye, and true to their word, I'm sure you know, say given it from the time that I took over this party as an organizer. I took over this office as a deputy organizer to national organizer, and the party had gone way low, 4.7 million down, and upon us at time 9 people before the year off. Say, oh, more you winning over 1 million votes, and me I make a fast unity work. See, I may invite me to Kojobo, so man, be kind one. You decide you. And after that, I did so many things. I mean, I did what is called the branch auditing. Branch auditing, I'm here, you know. Emma Obie, who said, I did a party, I was Shanty region, Eastern region. And obviously, and Chebiana, Obete say, MPP for a year, they say, break the 8. After a while now, I break the 8, 9. And so there are too many things that we have done. Indeed, even before elections, 2020 elections, the people are commending me for the good works that I've done. See, I'm sure that what they are saying, I pray that that translates into voting, and I'm sure it will translate into voting. Yeah.
By close of day and by close of voting, no. Now, you can say Joshua Hamida Kamba, that didn't count.
Now I'm winning as national organizer to continue my good works together with the party executives. Now, yeah, electing as branch level to constituency level to regional level. Until
I think in fact so category we have 7 and
yeah, I think so. Yeah, 7.
7.
Yeah. But indeed, this is not the first time I have that contest.
Okay.
When I was even running as deputy national organizer, I had about 8 or 9. When I was coming as deputy organizer, I had some of the people that contested me previously. Solomon Kansa was one person who contested the last time. He abandoned his position as communication officer and jumped into organizational department. Then I had Mahdi, who was my colleague deputy. He met me in my second term in office as deputy organizer. He also left and came to contest. And then we asked Adom, a huge person like Anita Dusosu, Munina contest here. So this is not the first time. Saturday we see. So it's something that I'm used to, and so I don't see it as anything new. Yeah, I'm used to that shocks.
Even though someone one number about 7 about the national organizer category, you're going to say throughout my campaign, you're very peaceful as compared to the youth organizer and the chairmanship race. What are you people doing right? It
is the caliber of person that I am. My demeanor when it comes to dealing with internal matters is different than me dealing with an outside solution. Internal. Before, when they started, it was rough, but I worked in a way to bring all of them to the level that we have to get there. Internal, for me, I agree that yes, even though it was too much, everybody wants to contest, everybody is contesting, and the insults started. Indeed, it started on Facebook. Some started on WhatsApp platforms. They continued, but for me, they are not my target. My target is the MPP, how to salvage this country. So I managed my category. It happened. I mean, recently, one of the contestants actually said I was a spent force. And then, so my response to the person was that it's because the person was not part of it. So he didn't know what went into it. And so those are the things that I will say. I will say them in a way that you won't even come back again. So it means that if there's anybody to be commended, is that the existing national organizer himself, who is supposed to have hard challenges, is the one that is not talking about anybody, even though you've insulted and you attack me. Okay. And so I would always, and you observe previous elections, all the elections that we have gone through, you notice that anytime I'm contesting elections, it's calm. And so it has to do with my demeanor. I want to unite people. I want to unite within my party for us to move on.
Ora Joshua Hamid Akamba and I know I did and Komono na or contest and or shall say about to be no na or Macron as the national organizer at the 10th NDC Amanyo Kono. Yabekoni delegates ni so at Komo na ya share one more expectation and a bequari and be free bar region bay and a constituency ben expectation then wine and a old to a mano and one penny for one more ebeto Moswabano. Yane delegates be a wahano ebedin komona yebisa region kwa omo free any constituency ko ne the candidate omo expect say yebeto ba nyina bewie no na omodin kodi maja yemo hawie yo me da say about region ben half for enfoni northern region na constituency akasabe na wo free
Saunaru constituency ana me zongo course I was Saunaru me did Mohammed
Salam na o banonso no sign na etie when na expect say nko wie no na wodi nkonim
wow no me say internal contest so no yem person fa kira bonten because bibia wo mu sisi me kasa o me hu say me support obi so yen say me yes but yen say at the end of the day obi be win. At the end of the day the o win no the qualities ben na what share was that win ani. Yeah pe the win na o the unity aba combo ma ba party no more so that 2024 ye benya win no victory no beba ye che. And to you know what's someone now who maintain what's someone now who maintain. Oh yeah maintain e pe self so e pe. Ye when ye would when I wo pe. Me ana. Oh me see. Yes someone me pe. Ye maintain so me pe. So party no na ye here enye say your choice. Na the yetete ne say candidate ni bi akwaje sika wo MPP for hono mo na o de ye campaign what be. Oh ye nyina ya Jessica. Now one or ni MPP down for. Yeah we the MPP down for. But obi anaika omoka from omuti. Anya na kure ba omoka. Because you Honda. So tell you no candidate we akwaje sika. Yeah campaign. Na make choice ye nyina ye wo down for. Me wo down for MPP for mama sika ma menje. Meje. Uti ase so obi say obi ajiska ye ho sa na omokai mom and they want to maintain that sir I just okay na me maintain that we sure me sure pass sir I just okay me maintain that anopenso ne na mu a ye ne mu am krofo ebidi nko na mo so akofem aka sasa no so o mate say bibi etisasi ye titi ya na omoka nso ye ho me from northern region me ni akra ha me da ho na mobile the candidate we camp mo na say ja campaign. Oh ye nyina mi say ye ko da o Legon me say Saba Hall sisi me ma ko masters so me students is here e ho ne me da man ko da hotel so me students oh bi am share the da fofo nko na ye share ye dan fu da for no mobile obi a share me da say aja Adom TV so ni o Adaroma ye chel papa o say the what country ni na da ye okay nya bad sa. And by close of then on that expectation you then my expectation is say enya winner no be meje no watumi akita ye party na amaye it winner ben na wo pe obi a obe win wo ye NDC ni sa obi a to women teni na so obesesam ye maintain a ye pe esesa so a ye pe yes ma fa ma adwen ya fa adwen no dada it so free enough for hobia na constituency be o Pandai constituency Pandai ya what say ho ye boko candidate say contest ni nyina obi aba ho obi aba e ka hwan omu nyina aba but me da say aja me da say na ye busu wa hanom aja papa ye mo ko bokakra yo yeah.
Suzuza.